Hello, my name is Clay Defoe, and I'm here to give you a preview of the Austin City Council meeting for September 22nd, 2011. Before I start, I'd like to say there have been multiple violations of the city code and my rights as a citizen, as well as the rights of citizen John Bush and Ronnie Reeferseat, regarding addressing the council on non-consent items, which are pulled either due to an excessive amount of speakers or a council member's request. Now, saying that Austin can only speak on 3 items, 3 out of the often upwards to 115 to 170 sometimes items they have on the agenda, is preposterous and, in my view, anti-democratic. Let's start off with the agenda. Let's look first at Austin Energy. Number 2, authorize execution of a power purchase agreement with Iberdrola Renewables, Inc. An agreement with Iberdrola Renewables, Inc. for a term of up to 25 years for up to 200 megawatts of wind-generated electricity and an estimated amount of $29 million a year for the total estimated contract amount of $725 million for 25 years. Now, the last contracts for wind energy, which were handed out to MAP Royalty of Palo Alto, California, and Duke Energy of Houston, Texas, were delayed, I believe, but it's a bad scene. Now we have Iberdrola Renewables stepping into it. They want a 25-year contract. Let me first start by saying that Iberdrola Renewables is a company from Spain in Europe. It's a foreign country, and this is a foreign company, foreign corporation. They are the #1 energy group in España, in Spain, the country in Europe. Iberdrola Renewables is also the fourth largest utility group in the world. This is a dangerous company. We don't need to be handing out almost $1 billion to this Spanish corporation. In 25 years, I think a council member's term is 3 years. They don't need to be deciding energy policy in 30 years. They might not be around. They might be retired. They might not even be living in Austin anymore. So we need to start considering these things and say no to item 2, an almost $1 billion contract giveaway to Spanish company Iberdrola Renewables. The Reconquista is here. Number 4, Austin Water Utility. Authorize negotiation execution of agreement with the Brazos River Authority for operation maintenance of the Brushy Creek Regional Wastewater System. Now, the Brushy Creek Regional Wastewater System is mostly in Round Rock, Texas, north of Austin, and this is for sewage, a sewage line. For those of you that don't know, the Brazos River Authority was founded in 1929. It was part of a Hoover project, I believe, and further work on our rivers that later led to the LCRA with the Colorado River, and this was for the Brazos. And I'm very suspicious of these interlocal, interregional agreements and the impact they might have on Austin, and how, since it's a creek, we might get a deal where Round Rock has a good deal, but they're able to dam it or set it up in a way where things get sent down the creek to Austin, which could be dangerous for our environment. So let's keep it local. Let's retain authority and sovereignty over our wastewater systems, and let's vote no on item 4. Thank you. Let's go to the contract and land management section of the agenda. Number 9, authorize execution of a construction contract with Smith Contracting, Inc. for the Shoal Creek Ridgely Bank Stabilization Project, an amount of $614,000, and a total amount not to exceed $675,841. excuse me, this is the area of Shoal Creek near Jefferson and 39th. And like I've said before in other videos, this is the beginning of the destruction of Shoal Creek, and eventually the destruction and sellout, buyout of our beloved Peace Park. It's all connected, folks. I've heard Watershed Protection's plans, and they're not good. Peace Park, watch out. This project's coming straight to your heart. Number 25. Authorized negotiation execution of Amendment Number 11 to the Truancy Court Pilot Project Interlocal Agreement between the City of Austin and Travis County Juvenile Board for chronic truancy intervention services not to exceed $19,414. Now folks, truancy is definitely a problem here in Texas, here in Austin. For those of you that don't know, now the Travis County Juvenile Board, who is that? Who's on that board? What is their purpose as board members for the Travis County Juvenile Board? I've lived in Travis County on and off since 2004, and you know, I've never heard of it, so I just want some questions answered. This is for an amount of $19,414, excuse me, and doesn't sound like a good idea. It's more government bureaucracy. It's going to be dangerous. We need to say no to item 25. Law Department, number 35. Despite the ridiculous amounts of money being spent on these items, I find number 35 of the Law Department the most dangerous item on the agenda for September 22nd. Number 35. Approve an ordinance authorizing a May 2012 general election date, or a resolution authorizing a November 2012 election date. Now folks, for those of you that don't know, we have several council members and Mayor Lee Leffingwell whose terms end next year on the date June 15, 2012. June 15, 2012. Now, if they approve this ordinance to authorize a November 2012 election date, who's going to govern Austin during that 3-4 month span and beyond? Who's going to do it? Well, they say they can, and they have the right. That's right, voters. These council members and the mayor may potentially abuse you on September 22nd by arbitrarily extending their term from the June 15, 2012 deadline that was established well before they were elected to November or even January 1st, 2013. That's a 6-7 month period in which these so-called politicians, these so-called elected officials are going to do things that are going to hurt our city. It's going to be at our cost, and they will then be unelected. This borders on dictatorship, ladies and gentlemen. Borders on dictatorship, and we need to say no now. Number 37, neighborhood section. Authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute a 1-year service agreement with Austin Housing Finance Corporation housing programs for the fiscal years 11 and 12, funded by Housing of Urban Development and local funds for an amount $6,620,570. Just watch John Bush speaks about sustainability, and you'll see all the reasons right there. We don't need any more federal grant money, no more HUD projects. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac has been a disaster. Let's say no. Number 41, authorize negotiation execution of a 12-month agreement with 5 12-month extension options, 7 years, with the Urban Renewal Agency relating to the redevelopment of East 11th and East 12th Streets. Now, I'm not sure who is on the Urban Renewal Agency, which is, I believe, a part of the city of Austin, but I do not believe that we need to authorize this agreement. This gives them 7 years to plan however they want to plan development of East 11th and East 12th Street over in East Austin. We've already seen massive gentrification in the area, and this could be a disaster. I detest these kind of agreements where they just give authority to other groups that don't need it. The city council needs to be jealous of their power. I told them once, you're a mayor, Mr. Leffingwell. You're city councilman, Mr. Martinez, Mr. Spellman. Don't act like you don't have any power. So don't throw it away either. Be jealous of that power and vote no and stop gentrifying the east side. Vote no on number 41. Number 45. This is the last one I'll be speaking on today. Police. Authorize negotiation and execution of an interlocal agreement for booking and related services between Travis County and City of Austin for $6,345,554 for the fiscal years 2011-2012. Now, I saw a presentation given by a local citizen here by the name of Brian Rogers, and he gave a presentation showing how it is absolutely absurd for Austin, City of Austin, to be entering in this agreement and paying for booking. If I'm understanding correctly what he was saying, someone that is arrested out in nowhere Travis County, or not nowhere, but just a rural part of Travis County that most Austinites aren't even aware of, if they're arrested there, they're driven however many miles it is, whether it's 20, 15, 25 miles, all the way into Travis County Jail in Central Austin. Why can't they book in Bee Cave? Why can't they book in other cities for criminal offenses, you know? And then, if necessary, make a transfer to the county jail. I find this a waste of money. $6 million, $7 million is getting way too much. We need to say no. So please join me this Thursday, or excuse me, next Thursday, 1 week from today, on September 22nd, 2011 at 10 a.m. at Austin City Hall. It's at 2nd Street in Lavaca. Please come ready and join me to speak on 4 or more items. And we're going to tell Mr. Leffingwell he needs to start respecting the citizens and encouraging them to speak. And if he continues to disrupt citizen participation and try to deny citizens their rights, I think the best thing he could do for the city of Austin would be to resign his post as mayor of Austin. So please come out, September 22nd, 2011, at Austin City Hall. Thank you.